Hi, it's Richard here with part 2 of our TethrOn walkthrough. In part 1 we successfully set up a canonical data model imported using default Siebel web services into the TethrOn administration interface. In this chapter we're going to concentrate on building a simple zero-code mobile device definition, a UI definition, in the words of TethrOn. One of the nice features of the TethrOn administration interface is the ability to auto-generate a user interface based on the canonical data model that we choose. So I'm going to choose auto-generate, select one of the canonical data model objects or more than one, and click proceed. TethrOn will generate a list for viewing, a detail for read-only, and an edit view for each of the object models that we chose. In addition, as you can see, it has also created a standard menu for each view and a standard application menu as well. Any other information necessary to create a fully functioning user interface is also added, such as the relationships between the objects in our hierarchy. We can manually edit the user interface, which at this stage may be necessary because it is extremely simple since it was auto-generated. But let's put that to one side and simply assign our UI to our test application, our test app. We'll just customize a couple of other items here. Before proceeding to release our newly generated device UI and testing it on an Android platform. Now that our device UI has been generated, we can go to the Configure Revisions tab, check that there are revisions that have yet to be released, and when we're ready to release them, click the Release New Revisions button, add a comment and click Release. There will be errors or warnings displayed at this stage if they need attention. Otherwise, we'll have a confirmation that changes have been made to our canonical data model and therefore that the end user can expect something. Here we are as an end user installing the TethrOn developer app using the standard Android installer. The Android installer installs this shell app that doesn't actually include any UI or data. It downloads the definition from the TethrOn server, as we'll see in just a moment. I'm going to open it. I'm going to edit the information on the welcome page so that it suits our development environment. I'm going to go ahead and modify the URL and our credentials for Sales Rep 1 and click Activate. Because Sales Rep 1 has at least one backend configured, we will now validate it by entering the password for our Siebel backend. And if we've been successful, we'll get a message. Our Siebel is up and running, and we can now click Continue. The TethrOn mobile app begins to download the configuration. And just in case you were thinking, like we all do when seeing demos, that must have been done some time ago using slideware, here I am using my own Android device, logging into the TethrOn mobile app, with only Siebel configured as a backend, validating it by entering my password, clicking Continue, seeing the download of the configuration onto my device, and beginning to use the app. Selecting accounts, seeing the two accounts in my system, and making an edit to one of the accounts on my device. This account is called Banana Inc. I'll make a short edit, and trust me, this is the only time I'll put you through this kind of screenshot. And I'll save the changes after I've changed a couple of fields. Get a confirmation that the changes have been successful. Now, thankfully, return to more familiar territory, return to my Siebel instance, and of course, you know what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you that the relevant account has of course been updated. You can see it in the name field. And if we go to more info, we'll be able to see the other field that I changed.